All right, so let's talk about some more questions I get, specifically, who can benefit most? What types of agencies can benefit most from incorporating White Label Pay-Per-Click or White Label PPC into their firm or into their agency? And the long and short of it is most people can. The people that can't, actually, what's interesting, they're the ones that I think were traditional PPC savants. Like your main bread and butter, your main understanding of the business is PPC. You're probably gonna have things you like doing your way and things you don't like done another way. And that doesn't really work for White Label PPC companies. Like they're going to have their standard operating procedure. They're going to have the ways that they work, and they're going to, and that's how they're going to do it. They're not going to want to deviate from that because, quite frankly, they can't. There's not enough money left on the table for them to being more of a custom agency. White label agencies, they're not that. They're not a custom shop. They are going to be very, very good at what they do within a narrow set. Like for instance, at Invisible, like where we're really, really freaking good is when we're doing white label PPC ads in the local service space. So we're doing like local lead gen, right? Where we're less good, it's going to be like on the e-commerce side, because there's a lot more you have to think about and dig into, and you're becoming more of like a marketing operations person or e-commerce operations person, in addition to being the advertiser. So there's a reason you'll see specialization in the white label space. There's also a reason you see specialization in the non-white label space, in the traditional space. The more that you can niche down in terms of your focus for your clients, as well as niching down into like what you're good at, the more success you're going to end up having. So that all being said, if you're an agency that's looking to bolt on a solution, you already have clients that you've been doing SEO for, or doing lead management for, or doing cold outreach for, or doing any of those things. If you're looking to increase your average customer value, which we're all trying to do without really, really adding into overhead, then White Label PPC is great for you. Like our best clients, best clients are people who were like in the SEO space that kept getting asked by their raving fans. They're saying, "Hey, Jimmy," or Jen, or whomever, "Hey, Jimmy, could you, like, you're doing great on the SEO side of things, to use you guys to do PPC. And if you don't have a bench to do the work for you, you're going to have to get into hiring. You're going to have to get into firing. You're going to have to get into creating all the processes that really people in the white label space have already figured out." So if you're open to following somebody's playbook, letting them run with it, and then being a supportive partner in your expansion of the products that you and services that you offer to your client base, then you're kind of the perfect person for White Label PPC. If you're, a PPC savant, PPC nerd, PPC anything that likes kind of things done their way, you're probably not. And you'll probably have to start looking into internal hires, because you'll have kind of the ways you want to do it. And then that's when you're leaning into mentorship, management, those types of things. But that comes at a cost. And I think this is really the last thing that I think people should be thinking about as well when you're thinking, hey, am I a good fit for doing white label or not? It comes down to, like, do you know what you're trying to build as a business? Are you trying to create this like legacy, like where, you love the idea of building this great big business where you have the office, you have the team, you have your mentors, like you get fulfillment from that. If you get fulfillment from that, you're not going to be utilizing a white label service. You're just not. You might as a stopgap early on, but even then, you're gonna want more of that face-to-face time. But if you're also a person that's trying to build a highly profitable business with low headcount, and you just want to kind of keep those relationships going with your client while you get folks to fulfill for you without kind of having to have the day-to-day management, then you're a perfect candidate for white label services, specifically white label PPCs. Pretty sure I think I got everything there on that one. So, like, who's a viable candidate? It's going to be somebody who's willing to follow a playbook, or accept a playbook that they're less familiar with. People who are looking to kind of keep headcount low while and maintaining higher margin. Yeah, that's kind of what, like, who kind of fits best.